7, Practicing Mindfulness and Presence. Welcome back to the Schnarr podcast, and welcome to week 7 of our happiness journey. I'm Barbara Schnarr, and I'm glad you're here. Every week we come together to grow and glow, learning to live more fully, more consciously, as we glow from the inside out. This is week 7 of 12 of the Schnarr podcast happiness series. If you're following along in my 12-week happiness book, that's fantastic. If you don't have the book, that's absolutely fine, but you will want something to write with and to write on. If you'd like to get the book, just go to the About section of the Schnarr podcast, wherever you found this episode, and there will be a link to my 12 happiness coach sessions for coaches and individuals book on Amazon. Or you can just go to Amazon and search for Schnarr Coach. That's Schnarr Coach. The BarbaraSchnarrPodcast.com is now up and running. Yay, so go check it out. You can find the daily motivations, the latest podcast episodes, and links to all the books. I like it. Now let's take a moment before we begin. Not a big pause, just a little one. Notice where you are right now. Notice your body, your breath, and the space around you. That right there, that's where we're headed this week. Over the past few weeks, you've been building something really meaningful. You've explored gratitude, you've learned how to shift your thoughts, you've strengthened your relationships, you've practiced self-compassion, and you've made a space for joy. And all of those things matter. But here's the piece that ties it all together. If you're not present, you don't fully experience any of it. You can be doing something enjoyable and still be somewhere else mentally. You can be in a conversation and not really hear the other person. You can be moving through your day on autopilot, checking things off, but not actually feel connected to what you're doing. Mindfulness changes that. At its core, mindfulness is simple. It's the practice of paying attention to what's happening right now without judging it or trying to change it. And that's it. It's not about clearing your mind or forcing calm. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about noticing. And the more you practice noticing, the more you start to experience your life as it's actually happening, instead of constantly thinking about it from a distance. Now, one of the easiest ways to build this skill is through your breath. Your breath is always with you. It doesn't require anything extra, and it naturally connects you to the present moment. This week, I want you to set aside 5 or 10 minutes each day for mindful breathing. Find a place where you can sit comfortably. You don't need a perfect setup, just somewhere where you can pause. Close your eyes if it feels natural, or soften your focus. Then bring attention to your breath. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. Notice the rhythm. Don't need to control it, just observe it. And your mind will wander. It'll jump to your to-do list, it'll replay a conversation, or start planning something. That's not a mistake, that's what minds do. But each time you notice that your attention has drifted, gently bring it back to your breath. That moment, right there, is the practice. Not staying focused the entire time, but returning over and over again. That's how you build presence. Now, mindfulness doesn't live only in those 5 or 10 minutes. The real value comes when you start bringing it into your everyday life. Pick one routine activity this week and turn it into a mindfulness practice. Something you already do. Maybe making coffee or eating a meal, taking a walk, even washing dishes. Instead of rushing through it or multitasking, slow your attention down. Notice what's happening. If you're eating, pay attention to the taste, the texture, the temperature. If you're walking, notice the movement of your body, the sounds around you, the feeling of your feet hitting the ground. Even if you're washing dishes, notice the sensation of the water, the movement of your hands, the simple rhythm of the task. This might feel unusual at first, but we're so used to doing things while thinking about something else. This is about bringing your attention back into your life. Another important part of mindfulness is how you relate to your thoughts. You've already worked on reframing negative thoughts, but this week we're taking a slightly different approach. Instead of immediately changing the thought, you're first learning to observe it. When a thought comes up, especially one that pulls you into worry or distraction, pause. Acknowledge it. You can even label it in your mind as planning, worrying, remembering. Then bring your attention back to what you're doing. This creates space. It helps you see that thoughts are something you experience, not something you have to follow. And over time, that space gives you more choice in how you respond. Now let's bring mindfulness into something you're already familiar with, and that's gratitude. Instead of just thinking about what you're grateful for, this week I want you to experience it. Pause during your day and notice something specific. Maybe the warmth of the sunlight, or the sound of someone laughing, or the feeling of sitting down after a long day. Stay with it for a few seconds longer than you normally would. Let yourself actually feel it. That's where mindfulness and gratitude overlap, and it's a powerful place to be. Another area where mindfulness can make a big difference is your need for control. Many of us try to manage everything: outcomes, timelines, other people's reactions. And when things don't go as we expected, it creates tension. This week, start noticing when the urge to control shows up. And when it does, pause. Take a breath and remind yourself that not everything needs to be figured out right now. You don't have to completely let go. Just create a little space between you and the need to control. That space is going to bring a sense of calm, that everything isn't dependent on going perfectly. Now, let's talk about one more practice you can use this week, and that is loving kindness meditation. This is another simple way to bring mindfulness and emotional connection together. Sit comfortably, take a few breaths, and bring your attention inward. Then repeat a few phrases silently. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. Let those words land. Then bring someone else to mind, someone you care about, or even someone neutral. Then repeat the same phrases for them. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be at peace. This practice helps shift your emotional state and builds a sense of connection, both with yourself and with others. It doesn't need to be long, maybe a few minutes. Even that could make a difference. So as you move through this week, keep your approach simple and consistent. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath. Choose one activity and do it with full attention. Notice your thoughts without getting pulled into them. Pause and experience moments of gratitude. Allow yourself to release control, even briefly. And practice sending kindness to yourself and others. And at the end of the week, take some time to reflect. Because mindfulness doesn't change your life by adding more tasks. It changes your life by changing how you experience the moments you're already living. Next week, we're going to build on this by exploring fear and limiting beliefs and how to move through them in a way that supports your growth. But for now, stay here. In the breath, in the moment, in the awareness that your life is happening right now, not somewhere else. And remember, presence isn't something you achieve once. It's something you return to again and again. See you next week.